this video I'm gonna take you with me back to last year's Christmas, because obviously this year's Christmas is gonna be different for most of us, and also to show you that I'm alone on my boat during this Christmas holiday, which really doesn't bother me that much, and hopefully it can be kind of a support for you if you also have to celebrate your Christmas alone during these crazy COVID times. So normally it's like what we like to show you, everyone that does Instagram and YouTubes and shit, is what you see back here. It's like a picture perfect Christmas card. But the truth is actually totally different. So I'm gonna take you down below so you can see how my Christmas preparation is. Today is the day before the day, so it's total mess. But anyway, I'm gonna show you the truth, so join me. So as you can see, it's a total mess down here. Normally I like to have it a little bit more organized, but my household battery died, so I just had to come up with a temporary solution to waste some more money while waiting for my lithium batteries. So this is what I'm going to do today, trying to replace the batteries and get my household organized again. Yeah, it's a total mess, because of course living on a boat, shit always happens. What I discovered was in my aft cabin, it was water in the bilge, and you don't want to have any water in the bilge. And it's because my water maker was leaking, and somehow this production boat, everything is made like nothing ever gonna happen. So it was a crazy task to just get the floorboards away. And I just have to come up with a solution to make inspection hatches so I can easier access that in the future. So I try to live by one rule on board. I like to have it nice, tidy and clean, but at least if I do have any boat projects, at least my sleeping room should be pretty organized and okay, which, yeah, it's not 100%, but it's fair enough. And same with my bathroom. And of course also here I have a project, because one of the LED lights was out, so I have got my hands on a new replacement here. So now you know what's been going on here. So since it's Christmas, I'm gonna take you with me to fun times back in Panama, where I met some new friends, and Holly and I also made a funny video. I think it's time to share it again.
Hello?
Hey Holly, what's up?
Oh yeah, actually, do you mind coming over and helping me take a look at my engine?
Sure, I can come over.
Yeah, I've been working on it all day. So rough. Dying over here. Okay, see you in a sec.
Okay Holly, I'm here.
Oh, just a second.
Ah! Fuck.
God, what are you wearing?
So how did Holly and her boat end up on the side of Be Free? We were prior to this planning to sail a meetup in Bocas del Toro. So Holly sailed a day ahead as she would need some more time. Meanwhile, she ran into some problems with her boat, and luckily she was in reach for cell phone connection. Holly sent me a message with her position and that she was in need of some assistance.
I'm going 7.2 knots, which I think is some of the fastest this boat has ever seen. It's pretty lumpy seas. It was interesting getting the monkey's fist over between the boats because mine is just on a wind vane, which means it steers in giant snaky S-curves. So it's really hard for Tomas to get lined up with me when he didn't really know what my boat was going to do, because obviously you don't want to get too close, but he got it on the first throw, all hooked up, life is good, and I'm heading back to the marina.
Be free, go ahead, sir. Yeah, good afternoon. I'm asking for permission to enter the breakwater. I'm towing another sailboat into Shelter Bay Marina, over. Okay, be free, very good afternoon, welcome to Panama again, sir. Okay, just requesting you, be safe at the breakwater entrance, sir. Right now we're gonna have this vessel, Velcheda is clearing out the breakwater, so be taking the best judgment for you to let us go free as you proceed to your destination, over. Yes, thank you, sir. I will stand by on 12 and keeping a close watch, over. That's correct. Right now, she's 1 nautical miles to clear breakwater. We made it safe back to Shelter Bay Marina and tied up together as a catamaran, as Holly called it. It did not take too long before a bunch of friends come over and we could share some stories and enjoy the evening.
Yeah,
So we are working very hard on the engine problem.
As you can see.
And we got in some specialists from Jamaica.
Tell me about it.
And for the moral support we have Rudy.
Hi!
And the owner of that steam machine.
Tell me.
So now we have attached a fuel pump to your tank so we can take the fuel out of your tank and clean it.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Do you have a paper towel?
Yes.
So what are you doing?
Polishing.
Polishing.
Making the bright work bright again.
That's amazing.
Yes.
It looks like new.
It's getting there, not quite done yet.
It's crazy. You are
It's awesome.
a wizard. Now time for lunch.
Yes. And the beer.
Cheers.
Cheers. Balboa.
That's my crazy neighbor. With really beautiful shorts and
Oh yeah, these are my dress clothes. I was invited to lunch on the B3, so I thought I would look nice.
Right.
hi.
Lunchtime.
So
Oh, this vodka's strong.
after we sorted out Holly's engine problems, we moved her boat to another berth. Since it was such a short time to Christmas, we made a decision she could just jump on board, be free, and fly home to Maine from Bocas del Toro instead. So the next morning we sailed with Be Free towards Bocas. Motor sailed would be more correct, as the wind was not very good. My sails were mostly up to stabilize the boat in these very rolly conditions. Also 3 knots currents against us is not very favorable, and one of the reasons Holly asked for assistance because she had no wind and current pushing her in the wrong direction.
I know, I'm waiting for the flag to flutter, but it's not. Norway! Norway! So we're going about 10 knots against 3 knots of current.
It turned out to be a very nice sail, as we almost had no thunderstorms at all. This is the end of the electrostorm season in Panama that normally can scare the shit out of the most experienced sailor. anchored just outside of Isla Colón in Bocas del Toro. What's up, Polly?
Just having a picnic on the foredeck. It's really important that your beers match your picnic cloth. That's what I learned in Feng Shui 101 back in my university days. That's why picnic cloths come in so many colors. But
a few days and some hours later. And we had also a neighbor, Rick Moore, a sophisticated lady with Maddie and Tiki, was close to us, so we invited them over to a sundowner.
Thomas is a good friend from our channel that we met just a few months ago here in Panama.
Preview of SSL 400
a Bavaria 55
with Sailing with Thomas.
Landed most of the way here from Europe.
I just love meeting people that is exactly the same in natural life as you have seen them on YouTube. So while we're enjoying the sunset and our sundowners, we are talking about everything and nothing. This was also Holly's last night on board Be Free, as she was going to fly back home to Maine tomorrow morning to celebrate Christmas with her family.
Yeah, it must have been hot in the Marina, wasn't it?
terrible.
What's up?
Hey! Merry Christmas in Norwegian style, Viking!
Hey, hey, hey. What's wrong with you?
It was always so much fun to hang out with my friends at Bocas Sailing. The doors were always open.
First day Christmas brunch dinner something with
Merry Christmas, Thomas on board.
Merry Christmas, Thomas.
thank you guys.
You're welcome.
Gracias, Maddie. Thank you for nice
This
dinner.
looks amazing.
Yes, it does.
And being invited over to Rick and Maddie, I guess was as close as I could come back home in Christmas. So, first of all, thank you so much for watching this episode. I really appreciate it. And I promise, well, I'm not sure if I dare to promise, but I will try to be better next year to make more videos. I don't know what to say. Except Merry Christmas. So, cheers.
Singing